Good afternoon students, I'm back again with a new video and my today's video lesson is based on journal module of IELTS. This is basically for the journal candidates who are struggling to write an effective type of letter. So I hope this video helps you a lot and you become capable of writing an effective letter. So let's start with it. So first of all, what is journal writing? Journal letter writing measures your ability to respond on various common practical topics. इससे क्या होता है कि जब भी हम कोई भी लेटर लिखते हैं तो हमें डिफरेंट डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ लेटर्स लिखनी पड़ती है लाइक वी हैव टू राइट टू द गवर्नमेंट officials to complaint for receiving bad services or to the municipal corporation for not cleaning in the streets. Such sort of practical issues or topics are over there on which we need to write a letter. So the next thing that I have to discuss with you that you have 20 minutes to write a letter on described situations. So you have to complete your planning, your writing and your rechecking these three things in these 20 minutes. So always practice yourself so that you can master yourself in writing a good letter in at least 15 minutes and then give 5 minutes to recheck letter for mistakes. Then now we are going to discuss about the types of letters. There are particular 3 different types of letter for journal candidates. The first type is a formal letter. The second type is a semi-formal letter and the last type is informal letter. So first of all we are going to talk about a formal letter. Formal letters are those which we write to unknown people such as a government official whom we do not know personally, manager and CEOs of any firm, business or company. Then we come to the semi-formal letters. Letters are those which we need to unknown ones such as our colleagues, relatives and neighbors. These are the persons whom we know on the daily basis on a very गुड नोट कि इन लोगों को हम जानते हैं तो हैं बट फिर भी हमें इनसे बात करने के लिए एक फॉर्मल थोड़ा सा फॉर्मल होना पड़ता है. सो इसलिए जो ये कैटेगरी है इसको हम किस कैटेगरी में बोलते हैं? सेमी फॉर्मल लेटर. एंड द लास्ट लेटर इज़ इनफॉर्मल लेटर दैट वी राइट टू आवर फ्रेंड्स. सो फ्रेंड से बात करने के लिए हमें कोई भी फॉर्मल लैंग्वेज यूज़ नहीं करनी पड़ती. सो इसलिए हम इनफॉर्मल लेटर लिखते हैं. And in this particular type of letter you have full freedom to write in informal language. Even this is the only part of whole IELTS where we can use informal language. So you need to use contractions in it, you can use exclamatory signs and many more things, very informal phrases while writing this letter to show the examiner that you know what is the meaning of informal letter. So now next are some tips that how to write an effective letter. So our first step is identify the type of letter by reading the task statement. So it's a very important tip because sometimes students do very hurry that they read statement only once and then they go for writing a letter. So do not do this kind of thing students, it will definitely lose your band score. So first of all read the statements at least 3 to 4 times so that you can understand it completely and then plan for it. And the second type is identify the purpose of writing. Here I have given 3 examples so that you can understand the purpose of writings. Sometimes you get an letter to write for complaining something such as complaining for receiving bad services. So here the purpose of writing is this, that हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम कंप्लेंट कर रहे हैं हमें जो बैड सर्विसेज मिली है. सो दिस इज़ टू अंडरस्टैंड, टू आइडेंटिफाई what is the purpose of letter or purpose of writing. Sometimes you get the letter to request information from a college about a course. Here the purpose is to request information. And again there are third example, asking help from friend. So here the purpose of writing is for asking help from friend और friend को है इससे हम समझ जाएंगे that is an informal letter है और जिसका पर्पस राइट करने का क्या है कि हमें अपने फ्रेंड से मदद चाहिए, उनसे मदद मांगने के लिए हम एक लेटर लिख रहे हैं. देन आवर थर्ड टिप इज़ always choose the correct opening and closing for letter, as there are 3 different types of letters, so there are different opening and closing lines for them. So first of all, we are going to talk about a formal letter. Always start or open your formal letter with by writing dear sir oblique madam, because we really do not know that whether we are write to a male or female, so we can use both dear sir oblique madam. And you need to close your letter by writing yours faithfully. You do not have to change these words with any other prints. You have to write it yours faithfully. And then next सेमी फॉर्मल लेटर्स में हम डियर के साथ फर्स्टली तो मिस्टर और मिसेस और मिस कोई भी प्रीफिक्स यूज़ करेंगे. दैट इज़ अ कंपल्सरी फॉर सेमी फॉर्मल लेटर बिकॉज वी नो द पर्सन. And then we use the last name. I again repeat, for writing semi-formals opening line, we need to use the prefix of gender, and then we need to write the last name, such as dear Mr. Singh or dear Mrs. Rai. So these are certain examples that how we can open our semi-formal letter, and we close our semi-formal letter by writing yours sincerely. In formal letter we use faithfully, but in semi-formal letter we use sincerely. Then come to our informal letters. So in informal letter we do not need to use any kind of prefix. We just write the first name of our friend or nickname of our friend, such as dear Jack. And in closing line we do not need to be very formal because we are writing to our friends, so you can write best wishes, with loves, with love, with care. You can use these kind of closing lines for writing informal letter. Then our next tip is always start formal and semi-formal letters with formal sentence and paragraph. It is a very compulsory. You have to write it in a formal way for both formal letter as well as semi-formal letter. Such as for formal letter you can start it by writing dear sir or madam, and then you have to write the purpose, such as you can start it with I am writing this letter in connection with. then जो भी आपका लेटर की स्टेटमेंट है जिसके बारे में भी आपको लिखना है, आप वो यूज़ कर सकते हैं. And for semi formal letter, dear Mr. Singh, as I have told you that you need to write the prefix and then the last name. So, and again for this you can, in next line you can write I am writing this letter to, then you can start by writing your own letter for which you have given statement. Then the next step is always start informal letter with a friendly informal sentence and paragraph. Use contractions for this, such as I have given the example for this. Hello. Firstly you can start dear Nick. This is the first name that I have used, or nickname for your friend. Then hello, use exclamatory sign. How are you? So here however I have write how and are in contractions. This is the way to write contractions. How are you? I hope everything is good at your end. So this is a informal language. This is an informal language कि मैं पूछ रही हूँ अपने फ्रेंड्स के कि तुम्हारा क्या हाल है, तुम्हारे घर पे सब कुछ ठीक है, मुझे लग रहा है. Anyway, I'm just writing to let you know. So here again I have used contraction just. It is an informal word, just writing to let you know. Let you know again is an informal phrase. So this is a kind that how you can start your informal letters. Then our next step is avoid spelling mistakes while writing. Sometimes in hurry we made spelling mistakes. So do not rush. Always check for the mistakes. Then the next tip is use less common vocabulary. Vocabulary is a very important part for your IELTS writing. You need to write the less common vocabulary words to impress the examiner. Then next step is address all the bullet points of letter. For each letter you are defined or you are given 3 to 4 bullet points that you have to describe in your letter. So always address all the bullet points in detail. Never miss any bullet point. Then the next tip is devise separate paragraph for explaining each bullet point. आपके पास अगर 3 bullet points है तो 3 के 3 को आप different paragraphs बना के उसे describe करो. So that is the best, so that examiner can understand it clearly and precisely. Our next step is leave a line space between paragraphs. अगर आप एक paragraph लिख लेते हो तो के बाद आप एक लाइन स्किप करोगे और उसके बाद आप सेकंड पैराग्राफ लिखना स्टार्ट करोगे एंड यू ऑलवेज हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द लेफ्ट मार्जिन। आपने कोई भी स्पेस नहीं छोड़नी, लेफ्ट मार्जिन के साथ से ही आपने लिखना स्टार्ट कर देना है। एंड ऑलवेज राइट योर राइटिंग इन वेरी क्लियर हैंड राइटिंग सो दैट एग्जामिनर कैन ईजीली कॉम्प्रीहेंड योर लेटर्स। And our last tip is practice as much as possible by writing letters regularly at your home and get them checked from IELTS experts, as it is a very important that whatever or what thing you have written, you need to check it. अगर आप किसी भी अपने IELTS एक्सपर्ट से किसी से भी अगर आप अपने लेटर्स को या फिर अपने एसेस को चेक कराओगे तो उससे क्या होता है कि दैट यू कम टू नो अबाउट योर मिस्टेक्स। आपको पता लग जाएगा कि आप कहाँ पर मिस्टेक करते हो, आप किस चीज़ में लैक करते हो। So this is a very important thing. If you need to boost your band score, so always write on a regular basis and get them checked from an IELTS trainer. So all the best students. I hope these tips are very effective for you and you can now understand how to write an effective letter. And in my next video, I'm going to discuss about each type of letter in detail, that how to write formal letter by giving you an example, how to write semi-formal letter and how to write an informal letter, so that you can understand it completely. And at last I must say you this thing, that please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video with your near and dear ones or with the students who need to crack their journal training IELTS exam, so that they can also take help from it. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Thank you so much, students.